Welcome aboard, everybody, to this train wreck of the Weirdos Next Door.
We're a hot mess.
Tell your friends we're never a bore. You haven't heard it like this before. Yes, it's time to explore the things we care for. And though your jaw may hit the floor, we're still the weirdos you adore. We're the weirdos next door.
Are you ready for a question?
Let's do it.
All right. I'm holding 3 up. So how about we do like a 3 rapid fire?
Okay.
Like really quick ones. All right. So how can we be better together? How can I support you more? And I'm going to think answers like if it's being asked to me as well. How are we overcoming our fears together? Well,
I feel like the first two go hand in hand for sure. It's like, how can we be better together, and how can we better support each other?
right. I think by supporting each other better, we'd be better together. Oh, done.
But
Anyway.
yep, done. I think it's caused by how our brains like receive things and our self-talk and all that kind of fun stuff. But we sometimes end up like on eggshells around each other, or
Is this would be under the how can we be better together?
yeah, I think it's like because of our ADHD. I think we both have like we are both incredibly rejection sensitive.
We are. Why? We've been together, what, like almost 5 years? Mm-hmm. Living together.
We have no doubt in like the roles of each other in our lives.
Yes. Yeah, and we've touched on this before. Like I think I might have mentioned it before. Where it's like we're afraid we're gonna make each other mad or something like that, or you're always apologizing. But I think we spend a lot of time reassuring each other that no, we're cool. It's all good. Do we need that much constant validation? Is that something that we need to work on? Maybe having more faith or trust?
I think it's one of those things that, I mean, it goes hand in hand with we've gotten away from some of, the love languages that, we use to really communicate with each other. Like there are things that we just haven't done in a long time that is like big intimacy for us. So I think that has a big role in it. We're missing a big part of our connection, and it sucks sometimes.
That's true. But a lot of it is due to what's happened the past couple of years. Mm-hmm. How everything just got thrown into the shitter.
Yeah.
And yeah, that sort of we were just beginning to come out of our shells.
Yep.
We
had
withdrawn a bit after having a couple of traumatic experiences.
some breakups, some bad friends.
Yes, some threats and all that kind of stuff. But we're just starting to get back into it. Mm-hmm. And then boom.
The vid.
And I think everything became so uncertain and unknown.
Yep.
And I think given a combined ADHD and
Depression. And I get bipolar added into the mix, because I just gotta be extra.
well, I have my manic episodes as well. Yeah. I have my manic episodes as well. So maybe it's something where we need to get back to. We used to do a lot of what was that? We used to do a lot of relationship work.
Mm-hmm.
We talk about that kind of stuff.
Yep.
Honestly, so it wasn't until we started doing the podcast that we actually started playing the relationship game.
Yep.
So that's actually, perhaps it might be helping us more. Do you feel like? I don't feel like we're that on edge with each other anymore.
No.
But
And again,
sometimes.
it's not that. Again, I think it's something that's caused a lot by just how our brains function, unfortunately. I mean, we've talked about it a lot, of how our brains just have a tendency to fill in the blanks and write stories that aren't necessarily true.
I would argue that the third question, how are we overcoming our fears together? does tie in.
Yeah. Our fears of
because-
rejection.
Right. And so how
Rejection and abandonment.
So how can we how can we be better together? I think we've agreed that we could work on not feeling so unsure.
Mm-hmm.
And so together we need to work on our fears of abandonment, that kind of thing, issues,
Yeah.
right? So
We can look into more concrete ways of
So then
working
that-
on that.
so then the question would be, how can we support each other better or more
Yeah.
to that end?
I think we've talked about it, getting back to some of our ways of connecting that work best for us.
Yes.
Just tiptoe around that.
Yeah. Well, you know what? We can just talk about it. Let's just be frank and talk about it, and then I could do a cut that would be Patreon only.
That's true.
Right? Yeah. So that was not good. And what was interesting was we knew of the virus before, I think it was like even like in the news.
Yeah, we had started hearing about it. We had friends that were living in China
Wuhan.
at that time in Wuhan. But yeah, so these are people that we met in old chat groups, and yes, they lived in Wuhan when all of this was starting, and they were like, no, like this is serious.
Yeah.
Like this is not okay. Like something is wrong. And we actually considered canceling our trip because we were like, something seems weird.
Yeah. Well, I mean, to be clear, one of our friends in our chat groups was actually living in Wuhan, and was like actually like chatting was as we're in normal conversations, like, hey, how's everybody doing? Like they were saying, guys,
We're in lockdown.
no, it was more actually it was something like it's like they're talking about some people getting sick, like some kind of a virus going around.
Yeah, some sort of flu.
You know, some flu, so we're told to be careful and stuff like that. And then we were like, oh, okay, blah 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 blah, and we kept hearing more and more, but we never connected anything with it, right? Mm-hmm. We never really thought like, oh, it's so far away.
Because this was talking back in like December, like when
Right.
it started.
right,
And everything started to really get talked about towards the end of February, and then shit hit the fan beginning of March.
and then that's when I know I spiraled hard because I just started watching news 24/7,
Yep.
and then the George Floyd thing happened.
Yeah.
And then all the attacks on Asians. And so I think like it's just
Our
Compound-
brains were not in the place.
and then J.K. Rowling's like coming out with anti-trans. What the fuck?
Without that's pretty low on the totem pole of things that happened in 2020.
Yes, I know, but still, it's just like really.
Now you don't get to come to your own reunion.
Do you know your fan base? See you next Tuesday. So, how can we support each other more? How can we make it so that we feel that we don't have to like be so like sorry, that kind of thing? Because like we know it doesn't. We know that there's nothing to be sorry for. We know that there's like that we're together, right?
Yeah.
And so this is really like it's not even like a logical,
And I've said it before. I'm just.
it's like a reflex, right?
It sounds super sad and depressing, but like I am. There are many times where I'm just apologizing for like existing and taking up space. Like, which I know, super unhealthy brain stuff that I need to work on. I am aware.
Okay, but let's talk about this. So I'm now trying to unpack this. Like when I feel that way, is it because I have fear of abandonment? And if I have fear of abandonment, is it because I'm afraid that I'm going to lose you to a younger partner?
I would have to like talk to people.
That's not answering the question. That's a highly suspect diversionary tactic. I must comment on
I
that.
don't know. I don't know why you'd be worried about me Finding a younger
What
partner.
what I'm saying is it's like it does our age gap have any play in that aspect
I
of our
don't-
relationship?
I don't think so. At least not on my end.
I think for me, because I am older and I really am kind of feel the thing that this whole pandemic has brought upon me. In addition to that, and also and like the anti-Asian hate crimes and shit, has made me feel like my days are numbered, like almost like my minutes. And so like the sense of like and like as I, my doctor said, catastrophism, and I added and nihilism. So those are things I need to work on. And I was supposed to have like an appointment with they actually made me an appointment with a psychiatrist. What? So hold on. So they made an appointment with a psychiatrist, right? And I got like this. It wasn't even a phone call. I got a text saying like, "Hey, guess what? You have an appointment and blah 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 on this date with a doctor up in this. Like it was like 13 miles away." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." All of a sudden, so my doctor just made an appointment for me with a psychiatrist who just happens to be in that group, the group that we go to, right? And we're okay. I'm ready to go. I'll go. I was actually looking forward to it. I was like, I feel like I need to talk to somebody. It's been like almost 2 years, and I feel like I've become very comatose. I freeze when I like start thinking about like the end. And then I start getting very sad when I think about like dying and like leaving you and leaving everybody, and it's like, and I was like, oh, and like those sort of thoughts, those can't be healthy. I don't know. Anyway, what were we talking about?
We were talking about how can we support each other. So where are those feelings of you got ghosted by your therapist.
Oh, okay. What? Okay.
But you hadn't gotten to that part yet.
Oh, yeah. And so I was ready to go, and then about like 2 days or a week. It was probably a week before the appointment was supposed to be. I got another text saying, "Oh, your Dr. blah 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 no longer wants to come up here anymore. So we need to. So we're gonna. Please call us so we can schedule you with another psychiatrist." I'm like, I can't even hold on to it.
I already got abandoned. They didn't even want to meet me, and they abandoned me.
And so now they keep like calling and leaving messages. I'm just like, I don't answer. I don't return calls. I don't answer. I'm like, I don't know what's going on. My brain is just like, I know I should deal with this.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Brains are hard.
Brains suck.
Yeah.
All right. So how can we support each other more? That we still haven't really discussed that. I was trying to also add like, just to cover does our age gap have any play in this? And for me, it probably does a little bit. Only because my perspective, being older, being the old one, the whole May-December romance, I may last till December.
Hey.
Is that tomorrow?
2 days from now.
Okay. I may last till then. Don't give me that look.
Take it back.
I take it back.
Thank you.
What are we gonna do? How do we? We're going nowhere. We're just spinning out of control. Just welcome aboard, everybody, to this train wreck of the weirdos next door.
We're a hot mess.
We're a majorly hot mess. Oh, but I think we're doing okay considering how much of a Hold on a second. I think we're doing okay considering how messed up we are.
Yeah.
It's not like we're suicidal or anything.
At this time.
Not yet. Yeah.
Like, I've been there before. I never take it off the table entirely. I know it's there somewhere. Anyway,
Anyway, how do we support each other more?
uh,
Would like regular affirmations help? Would like a
I know that that's definitely something we've gotten further away from. I know when I was working at my old job, like, I feel like I would, like, text you, like, hey, I'm really grateful for, just wanted to remind you I'm really thankful for, you being in my life and
yeah.
blah,
You
blah,
used to
blah.
do that for. You used to do that. You don't do that anymore.
That's because I don't have time to text at work at all, if you haven't noticed.
But you weren't even doing it when you didn't have a job.
I know. Like, that's the thing. Like, we got further away from some of the things that we
Right.
need. So yeah, like, probably some more sort of, verbal affirmations and that kind of stuff.
Well, we both need validation, like lots of it.
Yep.
So we should probably like make efforts. Okay, let's make efforts on validating each other.
Okay.
With it's like it's better to be validated without having to seek validation. Correct.
Mm-hmm.
So why not? You know what? Maybe that's how we can like change the world. Don't point out people's negative shit. Point out their positives and give them some validation. Maybe they'll pay that forward.
Yeah.
Yeah. It could be a new movement. A new movement.
Maybe.
A cult. A cult of validation.
Are there any sort of...
Drink the Long Island iced tea. What? I was going to say drink the punch, but no, we wouldn't have punch. We would have Long Islands. Long Islands.
But made by that one bartender
Oh.
that tried to kill us.
And he warned me when I ordered
He
it.
did. He
goes-
warned you that he was trying to kill us.
I go, yeah. You said you're heading to the head. You said, surprise us. Surprise me. And I went, okay. And I knew that one of our go-tos is like a Long Island iced tea. Usually to start the evening because like it usually has more alcohol. It does have more alcohol in it. And so kind of get that.
And we're also, we don't drink as much anymore, so a one and done is perfectly fine for us.
Also, it's
Usually.
It's also very strong, so you can hold it and like just sip it like
Yeah.
in there, and it tastes like iced tea.
And then the water, the ice,
Kind of dilutes it.
the
a bit.
ice slowly
Yeah.
dilutes it down and blah blah blah. However, this one was like drinking jet fuel.
Well, I ordered it. I go like two Long Islands, and he looked at me and said,
Are you sure?
"Are you sure?" I go, "Yeah." It's like, "Are you?" The customer's always correct. Are you questioning me? I didn't say that. I go, "Yeah." He goes, "They're going to be very strong, you know." And I was like, "Thank you,
Yes.
please." And so he made them, and like he came out, I go like, he's like, what'd you order? I was like, what'd you think? He said Long Island. I was like, yeah, of course, you know me. Okay, yeah, we know you. All right, so they came, and we're like, cheers. They were like, wait a second. I was like, woo.
I did the body shiver.
Oh man.
And yeah, we ended up having to ask him to add some Sprite or lemonade or whatever.
Yeah. So he won.
He did.
Honestly, I was thinking of like just trying to like tough it out.
Just trying to suffer through
Well,
it. I tried.
You saw me take
I
a huge gulp.
tried.
So I'm just going like, and actually the problem is not that it was so much alcohol, but that it was really just a big noseful. Mm-hmm. It would just go bah, 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 bah,
Yep.
right.
Yep.
And so you saw me like taking like going.
Yeah, we were trying to take as big of gulp, like just get it over, but we couldn't. I couldn't. I tried. I tried so hard.
I was like, hello, guy.
Yep,
Do you put
yep.
some like some soda in here, please?
Yeah, bartender chicken. He won that day.
So, you know what? You know why it's called a bar, right?
Why?
Because the bar is short for barrier. And it's literally a barrier between the booze and the patrons.
Yeah. Makes sense.
But,
Patrons have proven to be untrustworthy.
oh, yeah, like, but you know, to throw a beer in your server's face, it's just a waste of good beer. That lady that threw the soup in the face of the, not even worth being called a lady. Yeah, that
No.
garbage threw the soup into that, the sweet like manager of Sizzler.
No, with some Mexican restaurant
Okay. And it's
with
like,
very spicy soup.
you know, y'all, there are cameras everywhere, and everybody's holding a camera in their hand. Just fucking behave. Just be nice. It's not that hard.
Not.
Fucking assholes. Alright, so that's how we're going to support each other more. We're going to work on giving each other regular affirmations.
Mm-hmm.
We could. I think perhaps, you know, this will be for our Patreon supporters. I think we should get back to that.
Yeah.
We had talked about that.
Yeah, we've done it a couple times, but we haven't been consistent with it.
Yeah, I think
So we need to
we both need to make that effort to do
find
that.
some consistency.
Yeah. And I think that would help also if we have consistency in our days. And it actually has gotten better now that you've sort of like taken a gig outside of the manor,
Yep.
which is good.
Yep.
So, but still, oh my god, you gotta hear this. So like, yesterday, I was okay. So today is the end of Cyber Monday, and yesterday I was getting all these messages and emails and notifications about
All
you
of
know,
these Cyber Monday deals.
Cyber Monday, and like I was like, oh, I should probably check that out, you know. And so I was like,
Monday.
I was trying to like find out what to get or not, and I was like totally stressing out, and like we needed to record. We said we're gonna record on Monday, and I was like, when we're gonna record, and like you're like, I'm sleepy, and you're like,
I kept on falling asleep yesterday.
said-
I'm so sorry.
no, but actually, because it was Sunday, that's expected. If you just said, Papa Bear, it's Sunday, I'd be like, oh shit. You go back to sleep, little bear. You go on right now. Here, I'll get you a sleeping pill. Yeah. But I was in. This is like Monday mode. I'm in because like
I leave on Wednesday.
right. You're leaving on Wednesday, and you're working on a Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
And we just found out it's gonna be a full day.
Yep.
And so I was kind of stressing out because I needed us to, you know, put some stuff, you know, get some.
You're like, I need some content to edit while you're gone.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we're going to soon be starting the remote interviews and look connections. I got this little adapter coming, so while this will be a good opportunity for you and I to test it out, and we can see if we can like record some episodes remotely and see how that sounds. That could be interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boomer dad versus millennial parents. I'm going to visit new millennial parents.
That's true. That's true. You're gonna go visit your god baby. Your god baby.
My little bean.
Your god bean. Anyway, what were we talking about?
Oh, your lost day.
Oh yes.
So you thought yesterday was Monday because we
Yeah.
were supposed to record all the Cyber Monday deals.
And so it was like already like 10:30. It was up at 10:30 last night.
Mm-hmm.
And I was sitting there with you, and you were awake now. I was like, do you have any energy to record? And you said, oh, we have all day tomorrow. And I went,
You work tomorrow.
what? You said, tomorrow's Monday, Papa Bear.
Yep.
And I went, what? Ah, fuck. You know what that means? You know what that meant? You know what that means is like, I am now going to have 2 fucking Mondays in a row. That's all that was my net out of that. It's like, oh, fuck me. I lost an entire Sunday. Because so in my mind, because like I already did Monday. Why am I doing it
I
again?
don't want to do it
What
again.
the fuck? So, that was just like we couldn't stop laughing.
It was an unnecessary kick to the gut.
It was like oh man, that too. Yeah, I've lost all sense of time. I have no idea.
We haven't had any idea what day it is.
I have no idea what day it is, what hour it is. It's like I don't know.
I just know, like, there are days I'm supposed to be at the shop. That's about all I got.
That's definitely helping you.
Yeah.
You know, get some sort of like a semblance of some sort of like routine.
Yeah. I can't stay up until 4 a.m. every day.
Right. It's helping me now though too,
Yeah.
because I've been able to kind of work on that on your schedule as well. Mm-hmm. And that's really helped me sort of be a little bit more productive. You go out, and I go like, oh, I'm gonna go to the Happy Place Studios and do some editing or do some.
They go to work. I go to work.
Yeah. You know, do some like setting up another website or whatever thing. So that's been good. What else? We gotta take a break here for a second.
Smash your social mores with the weirdos next door.